Hello, and welcome back to the Malloy Sports Review. I'm your host, Jamie Malloy. Let's jump right into what's been happening in the world of sports. A public golf course in Louisville, Kentucky was vandalized overnight, and golfers said it couldn't have happened at a worse time. The damage was done by someone driving a vehicle onto the putting green at Long Run Golf Course, fishtailing and spinning out. The rear tires created a deep divot before the drivers headed back out. Course staffers said they couldn't comment on camera, but sources said there are no lights or cameras on the green, so there's not much hope of finding who's responsible. Golfer Daniel Ramirez wasn't happy to learn about what happened.
There's no reason for damaging that. It's not only me, it's just the community. There's a lot of people coming here to golf to enjoy the day. A lot of parents, a lot of families.
Repairs are estimated to cost about $3,000. Pittsburgh Pirates pitcher Felipe Vasquez is facing nearly 24 new counts in Westmoreland County after being arrested for sexual assault. He had his second preliminary hearing on Tuesday and was denied bond. Renee Wallace with more on this report.
Do you have anything to say? If Felipe Vasquez was worried, he certainly didn't look it. He was grinning ear to ear as he walked into criminal court to answer for allegedly having sex with a 13-year-old Westmoreland County girl. We asked one of his attorneys about that smile.
He has a very good attitude, but I think he's, it's a very serious matter, and I think he takes it that way.
Once inside the courtroom, new charges were brought against the Pirates pitcher for what police said they found: 3 graphic videos and 7 equally graphic photos of the alleged victim in the nude. Images a state trooper in Greensburg testified were discovered on Vasquez's laptop and cell phone. The trooper testified when Vasquez was interviewed at his Strip District Department in September, he admitted to having sex with a girl in his car in Scottdale and receiving nude photos and videos from the girl at his request. On cross-examination today, Vasquez's attorney asked the trooper how many law enforcement officers were inside and outside Vasquez's apartment at the time, inferring Vasquez did not feel free to leave. After much back and forth between prosecutor and defense about Vasquez's ability to understand English at the time of his alleged admission to having sex with an underage girl, all charges were held for court. The defense fought for a $1 million bond and electronic monitoring, but in the end, the judge denied bail.
I am very surprised at how well he's handling things. He's a real pro.
Miami Dolphins have cut running back Mark Walton. He's facing charges right now after police say he beat up his pregnant girlfriend. Police say Walton pushed his girlfriend up against the wall and punched her several times in the face and head. She told police she's 5 weeks pregnant with their baby, and Walton knew that before he attacked her. Walton has been charged with aggravated battery on a pregnant person, which is a felony, and he could face up to 15 years in prison. In news of the NHL, the Minnesota Wild traveling to the KeyBank Center to take on the Buffalo Sabres. And Minnesota would then open up the score as Zach Parise beats Linus Ullmark with the snapshot for the goal, opening up the score for the Wild. They lead the Sabres 1-0. Later in the first, Parise scores again with the assist of Ryan Soder, beats Linus Ullmark with a tip-in for the power play goal. Minnesota leads 2-0. And in the second period, Jonas Broden beats Linus Ullmark with a backhand shot for the goal to put the Wild up 3-0. But in the third period, the Sabres would finally get on the board as Brendan Montour beats Alex Stalock with the wrist shot for the goal. And the Sabres have some hope, down by 2. But Minnesota would put the game away as Jason Zucker uses a wrist shot for the empty net goal. Wild beat the Sabres 4-1. And that's all the time we have. I'm your host, Jamie Malloy, and I'll see you next time on the Malloy Sports Review.